So we open with the big bone sissy telling Sabrina, girl, you a manager, you can't be humping the help. All he has to do is hint at there was an inappropriate relationship with you and he, and the lawsuit is won. Maurice said, well, girl, you better get on down to the police station and accuse him before he accuses you. That's low, Maurice. That's real low. The bank heifer don't want to do it. So that guy that Fatima thought was so cute didn't come back to the law office, and Andy's like, oh crap, I can't make it to lunch because I got to deal with work. So Fatima calls the Braxton hybrid to let her know she ain't gonna make it to lunch, but she'll meet the girls for happy hour later. So he said, my client wants to talk settlement, but we could only do it over dinner. I mean, go out with him, Andy. You're already with a loser. Get another one. So she gonna meet him at 8 for dinner. Andy trying to act like she's not into Robin, but Fatima said, girl, you giving full headlights. Lie to me if you want to. In Fatima's office, that asshole lawyer who tried to set Zach up drops by. He said, oh, you still got an attitude. You tried to set up one of her friends. So he go back to his office and he calls somebody. What type of mess he trying to start? He called Dion at Chain Breakers and he tells Zach, oh, we don't have any more projects coming up, so we got to put you in the pool of other guys. He is just foul and jealous. Small penis energy. So after he gets this bad news, of course, the Braxton hybrid has to come over to pick at him. I'm sick of her. Braxton hybrid, you are not Zach's friend, and he has every right not to tell you his business because all you're going to do is run and go tell Karen. So Zach go on and tell her he lost everything betting on that stupid stock he heard about from that crazy heifer in the hotel. So she tried to give Zach a little bit of a pep talk. You know, she ain't real good at it, but she tell him, you know, you never give up. You gonna win some, you gonna lose some. You lost big this time, but you gonna win again. I don't know. He never give up. I think he'll finally get right, but he do give a can't get right teeth. Back with the bank heifer and the big bone sissy. He's still trying to get her to make that false police report. He says, shoot, he gonna lie, you lie harder. So she's like, no, I ain't gonna do it. And he's like, okay, well look, let's go have a drink. I mean, you gonna keep your job. You've been fraudulent ever since you've been here. Remember that transfer? You still kept your job after that. Back at Andy's office, she's telling Fatima the Stallion she's meeting with Robin over dinner. And Fatima's like, you gonna tell your adulterer? Your possessive adulterer, your abusive adulterer, you gonna tell him? Andy said, I ain't got time for his mess. He just gonna have to deal with the fact that business is business. You know he's gonna end up being at that restaurant. Hopefully he'll catch her in the act and then leave her alone. However, then Fatima gets to telling her business about how she's been getting busy with Zach. Child, she said he won't stop till he got me doing the shimmy. So Andy's like, okay, so do you really like Zach or is this just fun? And she's like, it's just fun. And Andy's like, I don't know, you light up a little too much when you talk about him. I think you genuinely care. So Andy gonna ask Fatima the Stallion to go by the house and pick up a dress for her. You gonna act like you ain't interested, but you need a new dress for this business dinner. I can't wait till Gary catches you. Ooh, she called Gary to tell him she gonna be late, and he's at the heezy, pretending he's at work. Meanwhile, with the Braxton hybrid and Zach, the Braxton hybrid's finally admitting, I'm just hanging out at work because I don't want to go home because Preston's there. So you're just hiding from a functional relationship? Girl, you sorry. So Fatima the Stallion calls Zach and he tells her that he got let go from Chain Breakers. So Zach asks Fatima if that lawyer Hayden had anything to do with his firing from Chain Breakers. Fatima said, I don't know, but I'm going to get to the bottom of it. Oh, God, Zach, let her help you. I am so sick of this. I'm not letting another woman do nothing for me. Girl, you need help. So Fatima tell him, look, you going to be at my house at 8:30. I ain't hearing no shit. We going to figure this one out. So Fatima gets on the phone with Hayden when she hangs up with Zach. Oh, Lord, she going to bring Hayden to the house at 8:30 with Zach there. For what? I'm hoping an ass whooping. While at the gay bar with the big bone sissy and the bank heifer, the bartender thanks the big bone sissy for being nice to the thieving tramp. So Karen gets a letter from a lawyer apparently, and she's like, damn it, Andy, but what happened? What's going on with Andy? Oh, God, but now the Braxton hybrid got home to the man she don't want to look at. So the Braxton hybrid got all gussied up to go out with the girls. But as usual, she giving her man the business. You see me all the time, naked, clothed. He was just telling you look nice because we ain't never seen you dressed that feminine. So back at Fatima the Stallion, she hears two men humping on each other in her house. Child, we got to get to the next episode to see this because I want to know who's doing the humping. Oh, Fatima heard the humping at Andy's house. I bet he was just watching porn. So Fatima called Andy and tell her you need to get to the Heezy right now, and catch him in that. So Fatima will not tell Andy why she need to come home, but she get her to come on home. So while the bank heifer's waiting for the girls to get to the bar, an old flame pops up. El Fuego McAllister. Now he fine. You lucky he giving you the time of day with your non-dressing self. She looks like she goes to Dress Barn, and Dress Barn has been closed for years. So he's now an exotic dancer doing bachelorette parties. A bolo too. This heifer is a big dick magnet. Is this a crossover with that show that Eva Pigford on? Cause he tell her to come down and bring the girls cause he knew them all when they was in college. Why you want to show them your penis? I mean, I guess, $1's a dollar. Meanwhile, at Casa del Adulterer, Andy gets home. So she throw open the door to the bathroom and he just sitting there fully clothed on the phone with his therapist. But what was all that moaning? So Andy come out and tell Fatima the Stallion, all's clear, but thanks for having my back, girl. Fatima like, are you sure? She said, look, unless she went down the toilet, there ain't no heifers in here. Well, now at the bar, the Braxton hybrid joins the bank heifer, and she's just as surprised to see her looking so feminine. Sabrina, right, you never get out your uniform, so people gonna comment when you look like Madonna from the 80s. Oh, like a virgin-ass outfit. So she tried to get into the bank heifer business, and the bank heifer said, let's talk about what's going on with you. We always talk about my business, my mess-ups. Let's talk about your utopia. So Sabrina go on and tell her girl, something going on with you and Preston, because you ain't putting this kind of effort in for no reason. Sabrina then tells the Braxton hybrid she ran into El Fuego, and of course the Braxton hybrid knew because that strip joint used to be her spot. Sourdour Karen joins the girls, and she immediately looks at the Braxton hybrid and says, ooh, you and the cowboy broke up? Because that is your thirst trap outfit. Them heifers be knowing. However, she asked the girls if anything interesting has happened to them today, and they're all like, no. She said, okay, well, I'll tell you when Andy gets here. When Andy gets here. All right, I want to know what this letter's about. So she asked him how his therapy session is going and when he gonna be able to fuck again, and he's like, we working through it. But you look incredible. Child, she got on one of them same little tacky blaze outfits she always got on, looking like a cheaper version of Meredith Marks. So he's like, you really gonna wear that? That's a lot going on. And she's like, well, you trust me. Why should he trust you when you gonna go to the girls as a cover and then cut and run to meet with this man that you don't want to think is attractive, but you still want to look good for? You could have worn that tacky little robe you had on at the office. Child, he giving her all kind of third degree. When you gonna be back? Where you gonna be? Child, I will see you when I get home. Oh, Lord, she gonna have him meet her at the steam plant rather than the Carlisle, so your girls is gonna see him, and then your man knows where you are, and you know he's jealous, so he gonna pop up. Fatima like, I don't think that's smart, but if you sure, okay, you the boss, girl. And then she gonna say, well, it's technically not lying if I have him meet me with the girls, because I'm with the girls. I'm doing what I said. Girl, you are a true idiot. Andy finally joins the heifers at the steam plant. So they get Karen to begrudgingly apologize to Andy for going off on her at the wedding, but it did need to be said. He ain't shit. So Karen says, Andy, I want an apology too. And everybody's like, for what? Oh, you didn't get yours yet? Let me go in and pull out this letter. Oh, Lord, Gary's wife is suing Andy, and Karen and the girls are going to be subpoenaed into a court of law. That heifer, I remember this happened with Fantasia. That man she was fucking at T-Mobile, his wife sued her. So now she got to fill the heifers in on the shooting, because she forgot to mention to them, the heifer kind of broke in and shot Gare. So as they get to grilling Andy for all this stuff she forgot to tell them, Robin comes up and she's like, oh, let me go to the table in the back with him and get this business taken care of. However, at Fatima the Stallion, the lawyer comes over and he's like, I thought you were still mad at me about the ex-con stuff. And she's like, no, not at all. Make yourself comfortable while I pour some wine. So now Zach comes in and he's like, what the hell is going on here? Fatima's like, let me get you a drink. He's like, I don't want a drink. I want you to stop meddling. Fatima like, look, I ain't never gonna be yours. Get it through your thick head. You're gonna make shit difficult for him because you jealous. And if I were you, I'd be jealous too. She said, I have video evidence of you tampering with that camera, and I know about your bodies buried at work. So you gonna get him back at the top of the list for these projects. And you're gonna leave me alone because you're never gonna get it, 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 never get it. You bet. Bop. She said, look, I'm too crazy to deal with this. I'm gonna beat and chop one of y'all in the ass. So I need both of you to leave me alone and get out my house. Don't be fussing and fighting no more. So Zach like, look, I ain't leaving. He sit down on the couch. She's like, Back with Andy and Robin, she presents her settlement offer, and he's like, okay, I'll take it back to her first thing in the morning, but why don't you come on back to my hotel and let's have another drink there? She's like, I've already told you I'm engaged to an adulterer. Go on and cheat, Andy. You know you wanna. He trying to get her to have another drink there. She's like, look, I will finish this wine, but that's it. Back at Casa del Stallion, Zach is like, oh no, I ain't going nowhere. Take them clothes off. You know you want to stay here with me. He gonna get her. Got her. He got her in about 2 seconds. So as Andy and Robin are getting they flirt on, who walks into the steam clam but Gary? And that's the shit. So I'm see you soon for something.